but like sometimes, I don't know, it just goes bad and then you kind of want to go back and then it goes well. And it's mostly because I like the people I play with in complexity. That's why I came back.
那现在也是迪士尼乐园的一个漫威季，你们两位有没有很喜欢看漫威的一些电影？
We just watched the Avengers Endgame, and I'm not a big Marvel fan, so I was like, yeah, it was alright. But my team was like, what are you saying? This is like they like Marvel a lot.
好，我们也十分感谢两位接受我们的采访，希望你们能够取得一个惊人的成绩，谢谢。
Thank you so much, Dove and Complexity, for their talk. Man, Dove, great job so far at the major. I gotta say though, Helen, or as she is known on Twitter, Artifact Toki. Stay strong, girl. Don't change for anybody. We're still here. Artifact Toki. But anyway, didn't like Endgame. Limp. How? You guys we all love Marvel, right? Well, what's your favorite Avenger?
He just lost some fans by
Huge
saying that.
fans.
Favorite Avenger is probably Thor.
Thor. Kind of represents you a little bit. Bad boy, you know?
Bit of a... there's no spoilers.
No spoilers. Don't say a word.
Oh, God.
It'll be the end of us.
I'm like, as soon as I got halfway through, I was like, wait a second.
I've gone too far.
Favorite Avengers, sir?
I mean, I thought Iron Man's the bad boy.
Iron Man. Iron Man's, you know.
What are you talking about?
He's too egotistical for gods.
Oh, okay. I'd go Iron Man.
Okay, well, that sums up your
Now that
personality.
you've given the justification, I'm like, now that you mention it.
My favorite Avenger is the Black Panther, baby. Wakanda forever. Let's go into the draft here as we see Oracle and Magnus first bans. What is this? No Drow Ranger? No Doom?
What's Complexity of first pick, I guess, is the big thing. So, yeah, they have first pick. You can leave the pool so much more open when you're first pick because you kind of control what you get and what you're giving your opponents. So we're seeing some of those more secondary pick heroes banned out.
I see. There's a ban I can respect. The FY Earthshaker ban. You gotta get...
This obvious that it's probably a Child's Nature's Prophet this early in the draft?
Yep. Which has been extremely successful. He's run that in a lot of games, and I think he's only lost a handful of times.
Yeah. Now if you're a call, you're like, okay, we need to pick a carry that lanes well against Nature's Prophet because it's definitely coming to that off lane.
Yeah, well, I mean, lanes well and can deal with it late game because I know more frequently we're seeing these Nature's Prophets rush a Spirit Vessel to take care of, like, we saw it be really good against Alchemists. We're going to most likely continue to see it be really good against Morphling, although now that it's preemptive, I don't think Complexity are going to go to that Morphling.
Could happen, though. Come on. Morphling this is where everyone's picking Morphling right now. Easy peasy. Morphling can do anything. He could be anything.
He can.
But he probably shouldn't be in this draft, huh?
Probably not.
All right, well, we're seeing what... Oh.
Capitalist is going to have an aneurysm.
What now, Tsunami? Come on, boy.
Man, I mean, like, yeah, it's the carry of the tournament if Drow Ranger's banned. But, I mean, I can't justify it any more than I just did. Nature's Prophet has proven to be so very effective against Morphling. In the laning phase, it's strong. How you itemize, which I would be shocked if he didn't rush a Spirit Vessel, Chalice's Nature's Prophet against this Morphling. And you took away the Witch Doctor, which has been one of the primary supports for the Morphling, just because the Healing Ward plus going full agi is just so very effective.
Yeah. I think the scary thing is also that Nature's Prophet 3 positions can kind of run over you. They're looking to take a lot of towers, play very fast tempo, and Morphling needs some time to get some farm, some items to come online.
Look at how concerned Miracle is. It's like, what have you picked me into?
Yeah.
No, come on, that's pure confidence. He's doing the numbers in his head. You can tell by the eyes. You know, it's like REM sleep. Sometimes they're just fluttering when he's thinking real hard.
Oh, yeah.
You can see it.
I don't watch people's sleep slacks.
Well, maybe you should. And you learn a little bit more about, I don't know, life.
What
Let's
it's
move on.
like to be a human.
Let's go ahead and talk about the Animage ban here. A strong hero that we've seen kind of dominate over games many times.
100% win rate in this tournament.
Really?
The dude has still not lost.
You know, I trusted you when you told me about that last series where...
I don't know what you're talking about.
All right.
Fed you nothing but accurate stats.
All right, Tsunami.
Accurate stats, accurate facts.
All right, 100% win rate on Animage.
That's confirmed true, though.
Don't bother looking it up.
Okay.
It's fine.
It's 100% win rate, and it's been picked up quite a bit. I think like 7 times, which is more than any other 100% win rate hero. Of course, as Godzilla I have mentioned on earlier panels, you only pick the anti-mage when you're pretty sure you have a 100% chance of winning with the hero, because he is not something that you pick second phase. It is something that you always pick third phase, pretty much.
Yep. Nice respect band coming out from LGD. They might have dominated that TA last time, but they know that Complexity is extremely well versed on that hero.
Yeah, and Complexity are able to like fourth pick it and then ban the Bat Rider, which is like the big counter. There's the other TA lane counters do not counter anywhere near as hard as Bat.
I mean, now, if you're not scared of Doom, do you go maybe Storm Spirit? It hasn't been banned.
Ooh, I like Storm a lot against Morphling. That's just a
Yeah.
hero that, you know, for one thing, if you ball him from afar, can burst him when he's on too low health. Morphling doesn't have the ability to really lock him down and deal with him, but Pengu picked up instead for now, which is likely FY's hero.
Yeah, I would guess.
He plays his fourth position.
And he plays it kind of greedy. He gets like a Javelin first. So...
And he gets a lane too. Like once Nature's Prophet gets that good start, and we'll see Nature's Prophet TP either to meet up with the mid or the safe lane to push towers. That's when Pengu's like, okay.
Backing up and Nature's Prophet. This laning phase looking pretty tough for Complexity. Ooh, Grimstroke.
I mean, if the combo worked out so well for LGD. Oh, okay.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, Gods, you said it. If they had
Don't
the
give Gods
same
credit for
draft.
it.
I did say, you're right.
But, all right, I don't know too much about this Grimstroke pick. Grimstroke can be extremely good if he's winning. But if he's not doing well, if he's not winning his lanes, what does the hero do?
I liken him very much to Disruptor in that regard.
Yeah.
Like these supports are amazing whenever you have the potential to go offensive, but the dude doesn't have a stun. He can't really keep enemies away from your teammates. The silence is oftentimes not enough to discourage people. Sure, it's going to be great. But, I mean, if LGD even think they have like a 5% chance of Storm Spirit being good, they will always pick it because maybe it's just so good on the hero. So you're picking it into a Silence, you're picking it into a Doom, and they're like, whatever, I don't really care.
Yeah, that's what Lincoln Spheres are for, right?
Yeah.
It's fine. But interesting that you say that about the Grimstroke, you know? That he doesn't have a silence. I mean, a stun, excuse me. He does. I mean, Inkswell, bro.
Yeah, but again, like it's kind of like Disruptor thing. Like Glimpse is useful theoretically at like creating gaps, but whenever you're using it defensively, Inkswell's not that great.
You're telling me that running directly at the enemies with
Trying to kill you.
100 HP total and standing next to them
you just
for
go
4
kamikaze
seconds.
mode. Actually, one of my favorite builds, this is not something that I recommend, Dominator Grimstroke is actually hilarious. It's kind of like the same thing that you do with Darkseer, because you just put the Inkswell on your dominated thing. They move so fast, and you can just send that thing in like a missile. You don't care if your dominated creep really takes a bunch of damage. It's hilarious.
No, that is awful. Please stop talking. Lena picked up. Hey, you know what? Grimstroke and Lena now makes sense. Look at all those spells, boys.
Yep. It's definitely some nice synergy there. And I think additionally, and perhaps more, that's more the addition. I think the more important thing is it's a hero that can threaten to kill the Storm. And also, you know, that's going to be what Limp plays in the mid lane almost certainly. Although we have seen some 4-position Lena, I'd be surprised if they do that.
Yeah.
Oh, it has to be Limp. He's done pretty good.
Yeah, it gives him a burst damage hero, it gives him a killer, it gives him just somebody who's going to be able to make plays on the map.
And another one for Grimstroke, too. Guys.
Yep.
All right, technical questions here. If he gets an Ags and Grimstroke links, how many people does he pull?
Probably pull 4, right?
Yeah.
That's right. That is the strat, boys. What are they going to do when none of them can move except for one guy?
That is the strat. Get all 4 heroes in like a 300 unit radius, and you've got it made in the shade.
All right, any predictions here for our last pick?
Complexity banned and Naga Siren, so they're looking for an Ame hero. I don't think the Terrorblade is a good idea against this much burst and a Doom.
BKB carry of some kind.
Could go Lone Druid? Because I also think they need a little bit of push to help this Nature's Prophet out. Because Nature's Prophet can go to, like you said, the side lane or the mid lane to help it, but he can't push it single-handedly. He can just kind of distract.
Could be the Spectre as well. That was banned, but ooh.
Hello!
He played this once already.
There's the counter to your Aghanim's Grimstroke.
Oh, no!
Everyone's in a closed circle.
The plan. Wow, what an exciting pick here. I mean, I have yet to see a Faceless Void at this tournament yet. I know he has been picked, but I haven't been partaking it. Gentlemen, thoughts?
Who do you doom? There are a lot of people you need to
That's how you play against Doom. You pick 5 heroes that you want to
There
do.
you go. There you go. Give them 20 spells that they have to deal with. And like, I don't know which one.
You're playing against Rubik. Let's pick 5 Enigma-like heroes. He can't steal it all.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but Grimstroke's leash also doesn't cancel out Pango's Rolling Thunder anymore. It was changed whenever the Dream Coil leash, or the leash mechanic no longer cancels through spell immunity.
Yeah, I think that's right.
But he can't roll. So it is a
he
counter.
Spins in place.
That's right. So it is kind of a counter because usually he uses that mobility. Now not so
right.
much.
So I am still going to go for LGD again. Like even if I didn't see the draft, LGD are just the favorites. But again, core to core, Storm Spirit maybe it's just too much to deal with. I think for Complexity.
Yeah, we've seen a Storm just do so well this tournament. I think Complexity have a way better draft. It's not the just games over at the draft that we saw last game. This is going to be the game where Complexity have the ability to show up and show their best Dota. They haven't just lost from the picks.
Yeah.
All right. And Faceless Void doesn't make any kind of big anything in this?
He had picked it earlier in the tournament. I don't know if it was with a similar draft because it's not like a particularly strong team fight draft that LGD went for. I think it's just more of like a, I don't know, maybe time dilation is like particularly strong against the Bat Rider, and so they're like, let's go with that.
All right, well, let's find out. We've got some exciting heroes in this series. Faceless Void making his first big appearance on the main stage, but Complexity with a much stronger draft. Who will win? I think that one is up to our boys, Capitalist and Blitz. Spicy.
Well, I don't think it's up to us so much, but there's no doubt Game 1 left Complexity with their draft, and the outdraft from LGD left Complexity handicapped. We'll see what happens in Game 2, because it sounds like our panel is favoring the Complexity draft a lot more than they were in Game 1. Blitz, that's the beauty of Dota, right? New game, new look. Are we going to see a better Complexity here in Game 2?
Contre Complexity Gaming. Game 2.
I'm not sure. I think it's a pretty hard Storm game, actually. I think maybe is with Sumail probably like the top 2 Storms in the world. So if anybody can do it with this hero, it's probably him. But he has a lot of heroes that he has to go through. Like the Lina is really good against him, the Grimstroke's really good against him, the Doom's really good against him, the Bat Rider's really good against him. Not the easiest Storm game. Plus the